here together to celebrate this most holy festival, also known as the Most Great Festival, a yearly celebration that marks the birth of the Baha'i faith. And we're also here to honor Baha'u'llah and his 12 days spent in the Garden of Ridvan. Baha'u'llah himself was very much an inspiration with his groundbreaking teachings of universal education, elimination of all prejudice, and most beautifully, the equality of all people. Unfortunately, due to these beliefs and the teachings to others, he was exiled from Baghdad. After the Ottoman Empire exiled him from the city, he traveled to the Garden of Ridvan, where he stayed for 12 days before commencing his journey to Constantinople. And I have to imagine this garden and what a wonderful paradise this garden must have been. I'd like to invite all of you to imagine, if you will, and take a moment to picture this garden and what it would have felt like to walk through this paradise. Walking down one of the splendid wooded avenues that led to the center. Avenues just lined with roses. Imagine taking in that scent of the roses with every breath that you breathe. And the song of all the nightingales as they carry on the wind. And then upon reaching the center of the garden, a large heap of roses where the folks would gather in the morning to drink their morning tea. All together, creating an atmosphere of beauty and enchantment. I have a video to share with all of you. And this video is called The Garden of Ridvan, and it's very beautiful, from the CD Carmel featuring Jeffrey Robertson. I present to you The Garden of Ridvan.
I used to see him wrapped in meditation, walking on the banks of the Tigris, in the streets and cafes of Baghdad, talking with the friends who gathered there. I followed him to the garden where his mission was declared. I wept as the souls gathered round him, as I listened to his prayer. No, no. In Akka, Israel by the sea, to these prisons they banished Baha'u'llah, fulfilling prophecy. Homeless pilgrims, tired and hungry, I watched them set out across the sand. I too walked all the way from Persia to get a glimpse of his head.
Baha'u'llah's time in this garden, he declared his mission to his followers and announced his station as the promised one of all religions. And today, we're here to remember day 12. Day 12 of his stay was the day that Baha'u'llah left the garden and began his long and exhausting journey to Constantinople. This was a rather sad day. People sobbed and grieved, emotions just overflowing. And I completely understand why. The feelings of the extreme joy that everyone must have felt as he declared his proclamation, combined with that intense feeling of grief and sorrow of his leaving. Let's now listen to an account of one of the people who experienced this distressing time. A young girl, her family, and a remarkable journey. I present to you an account of Grandma.
My name is Tayyebe. My grandma was one of the first believers. When she watched those journey, she shared them to me. Even though she was young, she remembered. I have collection of her memories. Those collection, I call it account of grandma. And it is my pleasure to share those accounts with you tonight. It was when the journey started from Baghdad to Constantinople. Constantinople today is called Istanbul. Let me share with you the journey. Being 10 years old, when we heard the news of Baha'u'llah's exile to Constantinople, I was very young. I didn't know what exile meant. But day by day, I could experience the meaning of it, the difficulty and challenges come along with Baha'u'llah's exile. Many people wanted to accompany Baha'u'llah, but it wasn't possible. Luckily, my parents were one of those few people that could accompany Baha'u'llah. Of course, I was with them. The minute they heard the news, the minute they knew that they would accompany Baha'u'llah, they had to pack and load quickly. There was no time to sell their possession. They had to give away. And I, as a child, I had to leave behind my plaything, my friends. Yes, Baghdad was our home. We loved being there. We made nice friendship. I had many friends. My parents built a nice bond of friendship with those neighbors. Their hearts were sad, and with tears in their eyes, they came to us and said, "Are you leaving?" What? We had to leave. The order was from Ottoman Empire, and we left. The journey started. I remember pack animal, loading our essential things. Yes, we couldn't carry everything, just essential things. Caravan, either walking or riding mules. We went through different paths. Sometimes we had to face winding, narrow, dusty trail. Other times we had to go through mountains covered with wooded forests. The journey started a day like today, May 1st. It was spring, but it lasts about 3 months. We face hot summer days. The decision was made that we travel during night when temperature is low, and we stay in tent during day. When I remember those days, I owe many people, because so many people worked tirelessly for our comfort. As soon as we got to a station, they start preparing food for us. Not only supplies for people, but also for animals. And imagine, after providing food, all the work coming afterward. Other people were responsible to pitch the tents and watching the tents. Many work were done, but they did it with joy and happiness. Still, I owe them. The trip was hard, I told you. It was challenging. This trip, I felt the meaning of being homeless, living on the roads and in the tents, lack of comfort and security. But I have good moments from those days. I want to share with you my joyful moments. I remember along the way, Janab Munib was singing poems of office beautifully. Another time, he was chanting prayers. The sweet melodies of those poems and prayers ring in my ear to this day. Another memory, many people, prominent people and influential people wanted to pay respect to Baha'u'llah. As soon as we arrived in the city, in their city or town, they came to welcome us. They showered love and attention and kindness to us. Never forget those memories. As I said, it was a tough path. It took almost 3 months, but as soon as we could see the shores of Black Sea, it was sign that the road is ending. Our trip on the mules and walking is toward the wall, toward the end, and we are ready to take boat. It meant we made it. Thank you.
Thank you. What a remarkable journey that must have been. We celebrate tonight Baha'u'llah's declaration as God's messenger for a new age, whose message is to unite the world's people. I'd like to share this evening a snippet that I found from the writings of Baha'u'llah. Rejoice with exceeding gladness, O people of Baha, as ye call to remembrance the day of supreme felicity, the day whereon the tongue of the Ancient of Days hath spoken. As he departed from his house, proceeding to the spot from which he shed upon the whole of creation the splendors of his name, the All-Merciful. Now I would like to present to you the story of Baha'u'llah as recounted from a child's perspective, beautifully described along with images of a recreation of the Garden of Ridvan. I give you a story of Ridvan.
The garden bloomed with colorful flowers and lush green trees. The air was scented with the perfume of roses stretching towards the sun and shimmering with dew each morning. The Garden of Ridvan lay over the river Tigris, just 10 minutes away from the city gate of Baghdad, where Baha'u'llah had lived in exile with his family these past 10 years. As he boarded a small boat with his sons, Abdul Baha and Mirza Mehdi, and his secretary, people on the banks of the river crowded to see him. Baha'u'llah wore a taj, a beautiful tall felt hat, and disappeared in the boat destined for the Garden of Paradise. The river was wide, deep, and blue. The sun was hot as they traveled, but the air was cool as it came over the water. As they arrived in the garden, they were welcomed with fresh air and peace. Baha'u'llah knew that in this garden he would make a special announcement. The river swelled upon Baha'u'llah's safe arrival, and for 12 days Baha'u'llah stayed in the garden. Each day, as the first rays of light lit the horizon, the gardeners would pick the many roses which line the avenues and pile them in the center of the floor of Baha'u'llah's pitched tent. The pile was so high that his companions, gathered to drink tea, were unable to see one another. Baha'u'llah would graciously bundle the roses and ask his companions to deliver them as gifts to his friends in the city. On the 9th day, Baha'u'llah's family arrived in the garden to join him. His beloved wife Nawab and precious daughter Bahia Hanum must have been relieved to be reunited with Baha'u'llah. The river swelled once more, and for some days there was much wind. Baha'u'llah's tent swayed, so the friends took turns throughout the night and day to sit and keep the tent rope steady, so that Baha'u'llah would not be disturbed. This service they were happy to perform, if only to be near to him. During the days, Baha'u'llah would walk majestically amongst the trees and flowers, commenting on the peace and tranquility of the spot, speaking eloquently of the Bab's cause, and radiating forth the utmost joy. It was as though the friends sharing the garden with him were blessed with the heat and light of the Sun of Truth. He declared, "This is the day whereon naught can be seen, except the splendors of the light that shineth from the face of thy Lord, the gracious, the most bountiful. Verily, we have caused every soul to expire by virtue of our irresistible and all-subduing sovereignty. We have then called into being a new creation, as a token of our grace unto men. I am verily the all-bountiful, the Ancient of Days." At night, Baha'u'llah often paced the moonlit gardens, admiring the nightingale's sleepless song. As he explained, their ceaseless music demonstrated their dedication and admiration of the roses that surrounded them. He therefore asked how his companions, those afire with the rose-like beauty of the beloved, chose to sleep. On a glorious day, Baha'u'llah finally shared with his eldest son, Abdul Baha, that he was the one foretold and promised by the Bab. Abdul Baha accepted without hesitation and dedicated himself to the service of his father's cause, selflessly serving as a living example for Baha'is throughout his life. Baha'u'llah also shared this important announcement with several other friends in the garden, appointing the festival of Ridvan as the most great festival, and declaring in the most holy book that in that moment, all created things were immersed in the sea of purification, the day whereon the breezes of forgiveness were wafted over the entire creation.
Watch that video over and over again. It's so beautiful.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to give a special thank you to Jale tonight for inviting me here this year to learn about your faith and experience this festival. I would like to thank all of you for allowing me to come in and share all these videos and speak in front of all of you as well. I'd like to also share some thoughts I had as one who was not familiar with this faith. This was a lot to learn about, and I've enjoyed the process. At first blush, though, the story seemed rather sad to me. To me, it was a story about banishment and sorrow. But the more I learned and the more I read, I could see all the good that the story embodied. And I came to understand why this is a celebration and not something to be sad over. It's a celebration because it signifies a new era with the promise of uniting all of mankind. And that right there was beautiful, that alone. I also loved reading about that forward thinking. In fact, I read something that summed up beautifully how Baha'u'llah was heralded as a divine educator. And I quote, "The initiator of a new era in history in which the tyrannies and injustices of the past would give way to a world of peace and justice." To me, this story signifies a time that was about the promotion of love and peace. And it's inspiring to hear of all the love and support of his followers as well, and how people just came together in a time of need. It's grief transformed into joy, and very heartwarming to me. I have one more video to share with everyone. And this is a video of celebration with song and dance. So I invite all of you to dance and sing along if you know the words. This is from the album Sea of Mystery. We present to you the Festival of Ridvan.
یا گلستان شد عید گل و وصل یار گلزار پر الهام شد عید گل و وصل یار رضوان بها بنگر پیمان بها بنگر دلها همه رضوان کرد عید گل و وصل یار ایام بهار آمد در باغ نگار آمد جانها همه شادان کرد عید گل و وصل خندید گل در صحن چمن بلبل شیدا و غزل خوان شد عید گل و وصل یار جلوه آن رخسار از مشرق آن دیدار عالم فروزان شد عید گل و وصل یار عید جان نسیم نو بهار جان رسید مرغ جان را دید بهاران نوبت الوان رسید جلوه گر شد طلعت محبوب امکان در جهان از سریر ملک جان ها شاه ملک جان رسید خندید به گلشن گل در صحن چمن بلبل شیدا و غزل خوان شد عید گل و وصل یار از جلوه آن رخسار از مشرق آن دیدار عالم فروزان شد عید گل و وصل یار دنیا گلستان شد عید گل و وصل یار گلزار پر الهام شد عید گل و وصل یار ز پیمان تازه شد رضوان پر از آوازه شد دوران به سلطان سریر جان به عالم خوش آمد بهار جان هویدا شد نشاط تازه پیدا شد به صحنه گلشن جان ها نسیم خوشگار آمد خندید گلشن گل در صحن چمن بلبل شیدا و غزل خوان شد عید گل و وصل یار از جلوه آن رخسار از مشرق آن دیدار عالم فروزان شد عید گل و وصل یار
Absolutely beautiful. So, in conclusion, I found a simple yet powerful passage that I would like to share with all of you. From the writings of Baha'u'llah, this is the changeless faith of God, eternal in the past, eternal in the future. Now I would like to open the floor to all of you. Please stick around, and I invite you all to participate, recite your poems, sing your songs, or just share your words. Happy Ridvan, everyone.
Happy Ridvan.
Happy Ridvan.
Yeah,
It was wonderful.
Happy Ridvan, thank you.
excellent.
Very nice. Very uplifting. And Jale, that was beautiful too.
Yeah.
Deanna, I am so touched and just so uplifted for someone who just got exposed to the faith and went and did this research. It's one of the most beautiful Holy Day celebrations. I thank you. I salute you.
Absolutely.
And I'm an absolute thank you to you and Jaleh so very much for a beautiful.
Yeah, such a beautiful job. Such a great job.
And thank you for letting me be part of it. Enjoy your holiday.
Aw.
Yeah. That's my grandma. Oh, is that your grandma?
Hi, welcome.
Yeah, we have many guests. Because maybe it's good to get to know them. Just say your name and how did you know. Actually, we have even guests from outside the US. So let's start. I see from top your grandma. So her name is?
My grandma's name is Marlene.
Would you like to say some words to us, Mrs. Marlene?
No, you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you. We have the next one I see is Jurema. Jurema is from Brazil. Is my friend from São Paulo. Jurema, quer dizer algumas palavras?
Tudo jóia.
Eu vou tentar, eu vou falar em português porque senão o meu inglês ainda está um pouco lento. Eu agradeço demais, Jalê e os amigos, pela oportunidade de poder comemorar, celebrar com cada um de vocês.
She's thanking everybody being here and to celebrate holiday with you all. Muito obrigada, Jurema.
Obrigado.
Very nice. We have William. I see William Adams.
Don't know him.
Yeah, William. I think he's mute. I don't know if he hears us or not. Diana, welcome. I heard you are Denna's mom. Congratulations for having such a wonderful girl.
Oh, it's all her, not me. Trying to do this, I think I messed up the computer, so just I don't know where I am.
But we can hear you. It's welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. This was a pleasure. And
Wonderful having you. Thank you. I am just going by the screen. I don't know how is the order in your computer. The next one in my screen is Juan. Juan, it was so wonderful having you. Can you hear us, Juan?
I can. I just unmuted. Thank you very much for letting me be a part of this. I enjoyed learning a bit about your faith and the Baha'i religion in this particular holiday. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you. It was wonderful having you. As I said, Joanne is very athlete. So she's my fellow friend when we walk together every Saturday morning. The next one in my screen is my sister from Canada. Some of you might have met her and her daughter, Navajo. Would you like to say, you are mute. Nava.
Hello, happy Ridvan. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Happy Ridvan.
Happy Ridvan. Happy Ridvan. Happy Billy Young. Is that my man?
Yes. The next one is Jennifer. Jennifer. What is not so
Hello, amigos. Aloha.
Hello.
Mucho gusto conocerlos.
Español. ¿Puedes hablar español?
Sí, gracias. Porque mi inglés no es muy bueno. Estoy muy feliz de estar con ustedes hoy en esta celebración, en medio de tanto sufrimiento. Es una oportunidad muy bonita la que tenemos hoy de compartir con amigos de diferentes partes del mundo esta celebración de Ridvan. Un abrazo enorme desde Colombia, norte del Cauca.
Hola, Molina.
Hola, aloha.
Hola, Lapa. Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto.
Nearby temple. Very nearby temple in Colombia.
Is it Colombia?
Yeah, very nearby Colombia, and she's part of institute. I met her in Colombia.
So greetings to Jackie Bookwalter.
Saludos a tu familia.
Gracias.
Laila Simin.
Oh, por supuesto.
Sí, estaba allá.
Ay, Claro, con mucho gusto.
Very good. Do we have another guest? William Young. Bill Young. Nice having you.
Nice to be here. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Happy Ridvan.
With pleasure.
Ridvan.
Do you have your guitar? We love
Sure.
to hear your song.
You'll have to tell me what the balances are like, though. Can you? Unite and bind together the night and bind together hearts. Join in the chord all the souls. Join in the chord all the souls. Lord, make these faces radiant through the light of thy oneness. Together the heart. And join in the chord all the souls. Join in the chord all the souls. Lord, make these faces radiant through the light of thy oneness. Unite and bind together the heart. I'm not sure how the balances were, but و این پروانه شمع را منزلتی سان کن سرگشته صحرای عشق را به خلوت خانه عنایت دلالت کن و این تشنه بادیه هجران را به بحر لقای روحانی بکشان این بنده قدیم را ندیم بزم عطافت کن و این فقیر مسکین را به عنایت حقیقی مستغنا گردان
Oh, thank you. Yabahal, Abba. Happy Ridvan, everyone. Good to see you.
Happy Ridvan.
I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you. This
Thank
was
you.
wonderful. It was so wonderful. Nina, I am floored by this presentation. It was so beautiful, and your spirit is just, it inspires me, and it just, that freshness that you have, it just exuded from you, and I really, it has invigorated me.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
yeah, I think for all of us, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very uplifting. Thank you very much for all your effort.
Thank you for having me here, everybody.
Wonderful job.
Yeah, wonderful. So special.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Aloha, everyone.
Aloha.
Good to see everybody.
Good to see you too.
See everyone.
Good to see you.
Enjoy the rest of your rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and I hope to see some of the visitors again too.
that's
As we do
good.
have devotional gatherings and so forth that is open to everyone. So.
Well, hopefully soon we can do it in person.
Yes, love to meet you in person for sure. That'll be great.
Denna, while we are at the end, remember there was another song that you loved it. We can, how about playing that one? Share your screen. Remember the other one I sent you first?
Ooh, that very first one, that was a good
Would
one.
you like to share that while we are here, we are hanging around? That was beautiful too. It was in Persian, but Denna said she loved the music, the sound.
Sure. Yeah, I'd be happy to. I have it right here, actually.
Yeah, if you have, let's.
Okay. I'd be happy to.
Denna is very good, technical.
Yeah, she really is.
Yeah, she is very good.
It's a model for us to follow.
Yes.
Here's, it's just 3 minutes long, but it's very beautiful. She has an amazing voice. از کلک حق فصل حق جاری شد دل سقماری شد عالم انسانی شد درخشان عالم شد روشن ز نور بهار عید گل آمد عید رضوان آمد روح و ریحان آمد صبح صادق شد با نور یزدان سرشارم از شور و شب و عشق و شیدایی عشق زمین عالم سرخوش و خوشحالم عید رضوانستان و بهاران آفاقستان گل فشان از نورش عاشقان محشورش آمده بر عالم شاه و سلطان از لطف حق مظهر حق آمد گل به گلزار آمد آمده خورشید و شمس رخشان شد هنگام وصل روی نگار گل نشسته به بار ساقی حق آمد شمس ابها آمد لطف حق جاری شد همچون